We've all seen these before, generic yet simple static coupon codes. But they have a few main problems. These codes are the same for everyone, and that means your codes might get leaked onto sites like these. And also, having static discount codes means you cannot customize them for each of your shoppers. Now when it comes to events such as Black Fridays or Christmas events, these static discount codes are great, but when it comes to flows, they're not so great. So say hello to dynamic coupon codes. In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily set up Shopify integrated dynamic coupon codes in Klaviyo. So let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm here in Klaviyo now, and one thing we need to do before we actually start any of this is to click on this here and go to integrations, and then here on integrations you need to make sure you have Shopify enabled. If you don't, just simply go add integrations and add Shopify there and it will take you through the process. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to the left and you're going to scroll down, and then you'll see a section called content. Open that section and scroll down to the part that says coupons. Click on that, and then there should be a section here saying Shopify coupons, and this is enabled with the integration. Dynamic or unique coupon codes are unique codes made for each of your shoppers, and they have features such as limited quantities of uses or shopper expiry dates that are unique to each of your customers. So now we're going to click at the top right and say create Shopify coupon. And now what we need to do is we've got a few things to fill out. So we'll start with the name. And now this is fairly crucial because this is what you'll use throughout it. And this name needs to be relevant to your coupon. So whether you've got a dynamic coupon you're trying to start for maybe a welcome series or an abandoned cart email or whatever it might be, you need to put in a relevant name, whether it is the name of your flow or the name of the type of coupon. It needs to be fairly specific and relevant. So in this case, we're going to do maybe welcome 20, and you will see why in a second. And now for the prefix. Now this is an optional selection, but it is something that's quite useful. So if we were to hop onto Shopify quickly, every time a customer sets up a coupon code, it's going to appear in your discounts in your Shopify account. So by setting up a particular prefix, you can identify whether this coupon code has come from a welcome flow or an abandoned cart flow or some campaign or whatever other kind of flow you're going to start. So by setting up a prefix such as maybe W20 to represent welcome 20, or even if you simply had welcome or some other prefix that helps you identify, but you must know that this is something that will start at the beginning of the code. So you'll have whatever the prefix is plus 8 random letters that Klaviyo will add. So the customer will see it. Don't add something such as abandonment or whatever, as otherwise the customer's going to read abandonment and go, what does that mean? Anyway, we will do maybe W20 for this one, and maybe to separate the other components, we'll just add a little dash like that. And so now I'm going to pick a discount type. So you could do free shipping or fixed amount, both are great. A lot of people tend to do percentages, and just as a little tip, depending on if you know what you want to do or not, is if you are more of a higher product brand, in some cases, a fixed amount is preferable, because then having a $50 discount looks much more appealing than a 10% discount. And you're more willing to offer this $50 because you've got higher ticket products in which the 10% will take off the same amount. But if you're a lower price brand or you have a wider variety of products, maybe it's better to have a percentage discount such as 20%, which I'm doing here, hence the 20 that I put up there. Now we've got to decide what this applies to. So it could be the entire order, specific products which you can select in your catalog, or it could be collections, whether that's some kind of collection that you've got on your website, and this is all based on your Shopify, that allows you to have specific discounts for specific collections that you discuss with the customer in your emails. But in most cases, and in this scenario, we're going to use entire order, because what we want to do is we're just welcoming customers and giving a 20% discount on their entire order. Alright, and now there's an option for require minimum purchase. And this can be a great way to make sure you don't offer these discounts, specifically if you have fixed discounts, for customers that don't have a very large order. So maybe if they had something as low as like $10 or $20, you're helping avoid these kind of discounts occurring on such a low purchase amount. But maybe in this case, we might just say $30, and then at the bottom of our thing where we offer the code, we'll say only applies to orders above $30. Now, the active dates. This is quite an important section, and both these play into each other. So this is where dynamic coupons get their edge over static coupon codes in a lot of ways. So activation is when this coupon code first applies. So a static coupon code, it activates simply at a specific date or when you create it. But dynamic coupon codes have the option of activating when you send them to that specific customer. This way, if we were to set a specific expiration date, then this specific time at which, or the activation at which it sends, allows the expiration to be based upon that date. So you could, in a campaign, for example, set a specific date for this to activate, but since we're doing a welcome flow, we're just going to do at send time. Now, for the activation, we could very well just say it never expires, allow the customer to use it whenever they want, but then that doesn't give any time pressure, does it? Now, we could also very well set this dynamic coupon code to expire on a particular date, but then particularly for this scenario, that doesn't make very much sense, as if we were to set a date in the future, then it will expire at that date for everyone that gets it now, but then anyone that gets the code past that date won't even be able to receive or use the code because it's already expired. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a certain number of days, and this is where dynamic coupon codes come in really handy. So let's just say with this welcome flow, we send out this coupon code, which is 20% discount for minimum order purchases of $30, and the code is activated when it's sent to this customer. This way, for each of the customers, they all have 7 days to actually use this code before it expires, and then this gives them the time pressure that encourages them to actually use their code. Now what we're going to do is simply just scroll to the top and press create coupon. And now within this, we can make sure we copy this because we'll use this in a sec. And now we've got our Shopify linked dynamic coupon code in Klaviyo. But now we've got to see how we can actually apply it to emails. Alright, so we're in a Klaviyo email here and it's just a draft. But what we're going to do is we're going to write in a coupon code here, and there's a little code we can put in that I'll show you in a sec. And we'll also, and this is something that a lot of videos on YouTube will miss out, we're going to add the option to include a link so that the customers can simply click on this link and get access to their unique code. So there is a Klaviyo article, which I will put in the description, which you will have to scroll down a little bit to get to the point that you actually need. But within this, it's got the exact code that you need to put into Klaviyo such that you can actually show the code to customers. Now what I'm just going to do is double click this and do Control-C to copy, and then coming back over to the email where I've got coupon code and I've just written this as text, I'm going to click Control-V to paste it, and I could do formatting, but then that will put it in the formatting of this, which I do not want. So I'm going to say paste text only, and despite having done that, it still doesn't look exactly right, but we can make some changes. That's easy. I'll do maybe 32. I'll open it, make sure I've got this all selected, select a particular font that I want, and I will also change it to white, which should match what I'm looking for, and that way I've got all of this correct. Now obviously it says coupon name here, and then that's why we actually copied the coupon name from previously. So if I go back to this coupon, I can copy that, click the name, and paste that where it says coupon name in there. Now, because we've used this article on Klaviyo, everything should be fine in this regard. However, if you copied it from somewhere else or you're maybe having problems, just double check that all these apostrophes are written correctly by simply just deleting them and rewriting them. And now to check that this actually works, we can simply go preview and test, and what should come up is this welcome 20 preview. Now obviously this is not a custom dynamic discount code, however, because we're simply previewing it, this is what comes up. But when we do have the actual code in and it is sent to customers, it will send with your prefix at the start and then 8 random digits afterwards, which is completely correct. So if it does say the name and preview, that is exactly what you're looking for. Okay, awesome. So we've got the text in there, that's great, and that's where most people leave this. But I know for a lot of people, I think you just think it's a little bit stupid if we simply leave it at that. Because these days, people are lazy and they don't want to have to copy a link and paste it into their checkout. So if we could have a simple link that the customers can click and it sends them straight to the site with the code, that just makes it even better and increases the likelihood of your customers checking out and buying a product. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to put in a link. Now, usually for static discount codes in Shopify, if you wanted to promote them as a link, what you would do is you click promote and you get shareable link. And then you would copy this and paste it as a link into Klaviyo. Now, this is great because you've got the website link, then you've got discount, and then you've got whatever the discount is. But in this case, this is not a static discount code, is it? So instead of the static discount code that was there, what we're going to add is simply the code that we have up here. So I will go copy this back to the button and I'll paste this in here. And to make sure this link actually works, in case something went wrong in this process, is we can go preview and test again. We can scroll down to the button, and if I hover over it, in the bottom left, you can see a little link pop up to show what the link to this is. And you can see that says welcome 20 preview, just like this code did there, and that shows it that it worked. If it shows anything other than the preview text with a name before it, then something's probably gone wrong. But obviously it doesn't hurt to maybe test it out, use a Gmail account and sign up to your emails on your website or whatever flow it is, send it to one of your accounts, then open your website or test out their email by clicking buttons. It's always great to do this testing, but this is a great way to just check it using the previews. Alright, that's pretty much it. We've added the dynamic coupon code as both text and a link on a button. And now in Shopify with these links, you will have these codes come up and you'll be able to view all the codes and then when they apply to customers. And what Klaviyo does is it will actually create 100 codes at a time for each of your customers and then send them out, showing which ones were used and when, and then allowing you to create more and more so that each of your customers get their own unique code. As simple as that.